Me and you
Mm-hmm.
are going to pimp an OnlyFans page.
We're going to pimp. So we're going to be an OnlyFans content creators pimps?
Pimps or managers or producers, whatever, but pimps is
Yeah.
a more accurate word. What we're going to do is we're going to find someone, a fan of ours, who has no OnlyFans presence at all.
Very little.
I'd say none.
Well, none. Well, that means do they have a channel? You got to have someone that's.
I think it's better if we take a virgin flower.
Someone who's like, I've not even thought of doing this, and we're like, you should be a whore.
All right, so the Rogansphere somehow keeps finding new ways to scrape the bottom of the barrel, and this week is a perfect snapshot. Every time you think the orbit around Joe can't get more desperate or more depraved, someone in the friend group says, "Hold my beer," and sprints face first into a worse idea. Today, it's the Bert and Tom corner of the universe, followed by the never-ending soap opera that is The Fighter and the Kid. Same players, same energy, a little more tragic every month. Let's start with Bert Kreischer because, of course, we are. Post-peak Bert has been throwing anything at the wall that might keep the machine sputtering, and the newest innovation is pimping. No, really. The bit is that Bert wants to talk someone who works for him into starting an OnlyFans so he can manage it. Tom, to his credit, at least recognizes how gross the pitch is when it's aimed at an employee. He's like, if you're going to do that, maybe you find someone already doing it instead of recruiting from the payroll. But Bert's been floating this idea around the office like it's a brainstorm for a new segment, and he allegedly straight up asked an employee, how much would you need to get paid to start an OnlyFans? Shockingly, that creeped everyone out and triggered a giant fight in the house.
You could take someone who's got a low-key presence,
I think a low-key presence.
Okay,
I think it's somebody who's already doing it.
Okay.
So that you're not going you should sell your bot. They should be already doing it.
Okay. So we'll take a low-key presence.
Okay.
And then we will simply manage their account.
Okay.
We will help them build a following.
Promote the shit out of them.
The shit out of them. But we take a very small cut.
Okay.
Now, my original pitch was to Rachel, who works in my office. My original pitch, and it got shut down by every woman in here, and I had a fucking fight about how this is a content house, and this is fucking different than everything you fucking know. I am so tired, Tom, of women talking to me like they're fucking, you know what? It's
equals. I get it.
Do you know what? Okay, hang on.
Which brings us to the next phrase I wish I never had to say about a 50-year-old father of two. Bert says he has a content house. He uses the term the way TikTok teens do, except the teens at least pretend they're building a brand. Hearing a middle-aged comedian brag that his home is a content house is like hearing your dad announce that he just joined a hype house and needs you to sign a waiver to film in the kitchen. And the reason he's suddenly calling it that is obvious. He's been binging streamer content, doing the how much do they make math, and getting jealous in real time. Enter Jack Dougherty, the poster child for why the internet invented the word menace. Everyone knows the shtick: clout by any means necessary, chaos as a business model. But in the Rogansphere, where up is down and dumb is genius, Bert's out here calling Jack brilliant. It might honestly be top 3 dumbest things Bert's ever said on a microphone, and that list is competitive. You can see the dots he's connecting. Jack farms outrage. Jack prints money. Therefore, Bert should manage an OnlyFans and take a cut.
The most brilliant universe that ever existed in the entire world. The group that is Kai Cenat and Drewski and Aiden Ross and Jack Dougherty and all these streamers who...
Are you calling them the most brilliant people in the history of the world?
Do they make... How much does Kai Cenat make? How much did Kai Cenat make?
I don't care what they make. I don't say
Buddy, what a cheat code. The guys figured out how to make $160 million a year.
What?
Dude, he makes more money than
And because the stand-up career is clearly tapering, the podcast views are slipping, the tour isn't selling like it used to, and the shirt-off routine is older than the jeans he refuses to retire. Bert's now testing pay women to take their shirts off as a bit. Cutting-edge stuff, truly. So he pitches the OnlyFans manager idea to the content house, expecting applause, and instead he gets HR meeting energy. Turns out staff don't love it when the boss asks what dollar amount would convince them to start selling nudes under his supervision. Who knew?
We're on a podcast. We're going to have to edit it out because someone got uncomfortable. By the way, they're listening to this downstairs and they're fucking getting uncomfortable again. Someone got uncomfortable. Not Rachel. I
Somebody
said,
else.
what's your price point for me to buy your OnlyFans? Where, like what would be it? Like if I said $100,000 a year and then we run an OnlyFans for you in the office, like what's your buyout? Like what if it's $500,000 a year? What if it's $1 million a year? Would you? And she was like, oh, $1 million a year. Yeah. I go, you got to get naked. And she goes, no, that's fine. $1 million a year. And then, there's so many women in this house and they're like, HR violation. And I was like, guys, we're creating content. We're not being real right now. She's not really starting a fucking OnlyFans page. We're just creating content. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck this house. Fuck Birdie Boy. I'm taking it to your mom's house. They're fucking outlaws.
Meanwhile, Tom Segura stands there with the calculator brain. He's not blind to the money in this lane. Andrew Tate bragged his way into millions off a cam girl operation. Tom had Tate on early and clearly clocked the playbook. He even launched a show on his network hosted by a former Playboy model. It popped early, then cooled, but the signal was sent. Adult-adjacent content prints. If YMH takes the next step into full manager mode, let's not pretend we didn't see the runway lights. Bert's already volunteering as tribute to SIFT submissions, like a dad who thinks Talent Scout is a personality. He's practically giddy at the idea of becoming the world's least stealthy OnlyFans handler.
I understand that we're kind of turning into porn producers, but like, what if we took someone, promoted their OnlyFans,
and kind of
manage them?
Yeah.
Bring them on the
that's
pod.
an idea.
Bring on the pod. I mean this with humility, but I think I think my career speaks for itself. I think the average person running an OnlyFans isn't looking at it as a white space. They're looking at it as, I just got to send pictures of my tits or my feet. I got to fart in a jar or whatever. Do you remember the one in the race car where the girl's tits are jiggling? Like, what if we helped her create the content where the tit came out? Like, create the content that doesn't dick tease you. It sells it. And then you post it online and you go for full video, go to OnlyFans. So yeah, that's my OnlyFans pitch to you.
What do you guys think? How do we field Bert's submissions? They can do an email.
Yeah.
Which email, guys?
twobears1cave@gmail.com. And also feel free to DM the YMH Studios Instagram page.
And DM me too. I don't want to see them. Oh, I need to log into them. Yeah.
So that's one side of the Rogansphere circling the drain. Over at The Fighter and The Kid, somehow the vibes are even sadder. So after years of pretending they were above it, Schaub and Callan finally launched a Patreon at absolute rock bottom. They waited until every metric fell off a cliff and then said, okay, now buy the premium version. And the plan? There is no plan. It's a grab bag of half ideas tossed at the wall between ad reads. Brian's pitch is basically 2 items: teach some self-defense classes and flash his balls. That's the whole elevator speech. Every time they try to sell the Patreon, Brian finds a way to mention the balls. $5 a month and you can see Brian's balls. It's performance art if the performance is giving up on art. At this point, the man is treating Patreon like bootleg OnlyFans and daring Bobby Lee to send a cease and desist for stealing the bit.
It's uncensored.
Yeah, twice a month fan questions, behind the scenes
Oh,
content.
dude, we got all sorts of tasty
like
content.
me teaching you guys self-defense on Reddit.
We're gonna put
If it works
Brian's
on
balls
Reddit,
on there finally.
what does
People
it cost,
are
like
asking.
$100 a month?
Speaking of advertising, how about our Patreon?
Am I allowed to show my balls on Patreon?
I did
yeah.
look it up, but it's a tricky territory.
Oh,
I
is
mean,
it
if I just
dicey?
had my balls sitting out like this for no reason because I'm trying to air them out, is that illegal on Patreon?
I'm gonna ask our Patreon guy, but I'm also gonna. I think
people
it's
would-
worth just doing. And
Oh,
then
I don't. Not if it gets Patreon taken down. Definitely
Yeah.
ask before we upload
Especially my balls.
But what we would do is that clip that we have of Brian pulling out his nuts where it was blurred out, I think we just upload that clip uncensored.
I don't think we still have the raw of that.
Hey, God. Because my
Just
balls
do it
look way
again.
better now,
Yeah,
you know?
they get bigger with time.
Yeah.
We'll just upload a picture of your nuts on there and be like, this is what we were dealing with.
Good to just show my whole 3-piece set so people can see what I'm working with.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask about the balls thing and like.
Yeah, let's not
porn.
just upload it and then sabotage the Patreon. That's not worth it.
I mean, they're not going to do it from the get-go, but they'll give us a warning. However, I'm with you. We'll ask them
knows?
first. So, yeah, that and the porn stuff. I think we should be good, though.
So, yeah, the Rogansphere looks more desperate and more depraved than ever because the mask is off. The money moves are naked, the comedy is an afterthought, and the business plan is do the scandalous thing on camera and hope someone pays. Bert is shopping HR violations as a brainstorm. Tom is counting the upside and pretending it's just media strategy. Brian is converting anatomy into tier rewards. And Brendan is hunting for old shock videos like a dad who just learned how to use Reddit. Anyway, that's the state of things. Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you want to keep up with the spiral, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video.